Greetings everyone, Malakith here, and this will be Kingdom Come Deliverance, which has released today on PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox. And I haven't actually had a chance to try this yet, so if you're expecting any sort of insight or strategies into how to play the game, you're welcome to join me in trying to work it out. So you may want to go elsewhere if you're looking for experience. If you're looking for me failing horribly at various things, and probably getting stabbed in the face quite a bit, feel free to hang around. So I will be streaming this game for the live play, and then those recordings will be uploaded to my YouTube channel at a later time, probably a day or two after the live stream. Depends how quickly I can turn around the recordings. You're on the screen at the moment because I'm waiting for the boot up, because the intro video is as soon as the game loads. So you will need to watch that before I can get to the menu and start the game, and there's no way of me pausing it. So, clicking play, as soon as the game starts up, you should see something. There we go. I'm going to sit here quietly while it gives you the intro, so you've got the background of the story and the setting, and then we will be underway. I will answer questions in chat.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Sounds very much like my standard Crusader Kings playthrough so far. Right. I've already gone through the settings, although I am going to go turn the volume down just a little bit.
Qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, veniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tuum.
So I can talk over it without you just getting lost in a mass of noise. Right, let's go. Early 15th century was a time of turmoil in the Holy Roman Empire, which had flourished under the light Emperor Charles IV, but now, with his son Wenceslas the Idle, and the Bohemian throne was falling into disarray. King's activity angered many of the nobility, as well as his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. That's going way too fast for anyone to actually read, but we've already got the gist of that. That's very pretty. Looked like a bit of an anemic rabbit, though, or hare. Used to be a lot of people for the 14 houses you could sort of see there. A lot of that was work huts. I guess they could live elsewhere.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
I think he might notice the giant bandage.
A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Okay, by means of the first two choices in this dialogue, you'll select your character's default characteristics. If you're not satisfied with them, not to worry, your characteristics can be further developed without limitations. Okay, so we were chatting in the tavern to build up speech. I was dancing to get agility. I was with Bianca to get vitality. Okay. Or I was working in the forge. Strength. I'm going to guess. Obviously, speech is a social thing. Why is it reading that I have a controller? Oh no, you have to select it with W, A, S, and D. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be social, talking your way out of things. Agility, I'm guessing, is with a bow. Vitality is just health. I'm going to go with strength. I think I'm going to try and play the sword playthrough primarily, just to see how it differs from Mountain Blade more than anything else, really.
I was sweating in the forge all day yesterday, and then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
We're going to have to talk our way out of some things, so maybe we'll go with speech.
You think he's teaching me sword fighting, don't you? What use would that be to me? Here. I'm not lying to you, Ma.
All right, then, if you say so. I don't mean to pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
Yeah. Ooh, go to sword fighting lesson. Guess we'd be worth sword fighting then.
father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was, and you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Let's find out who his friends are.
Matthew and Fritz come looking for me.
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
That's unfair.
Really? So where were you until the small hours last night?
I was with Bianca, of course.
You mean at Bianca's tavern? And who was there with you? No, don't tell me. Let me guess. Matthew and Fritz. Well, at least you were with Bianca. You should hold on to that one, Hal. She's a clever girl. And invite her for supper sometime. Your father's very fond of her.
Of course he is. He thinks he'll be able to wheedle the secret of beer brewing out of her.
You're right there. You'd think he was planning to become a brewer in his dotage. Still, that's your father for you. At least he's interested in something, unlike you lot. You're too busy getting into mischief to do an honest day's work. If Fritz and Matthew carry on this way, they'll wind up swinging one day. You mark my words.
That spun around quick.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Right, what we got? WSD to move around, shift to sprint, space to jump, caps lock to walk, really. Interact the world with E, so eat from the pot, tap it. Okay, I'm assuming it's going to explain the bars at the bottom eventually. Pick up some cheese, in case we need something to eat on the way. Not sure if it gives you health or whether it's just a hunger bar thing at the moment. Okay. Nourishment. Okay. Skills. Ooh. Herbalism, drinking, alchemy. Stealth, pickpocketing, maintenance. I think I will hold on to my point. I'm guessing that's what the star is, but... Oh, main level. Okay. Nope, that didn't seem to do much. Perk points. Okay, info. Carrying dead or unconscious bodies won't cost you any stamina and they will burden you only half as much. Or blocking the opponent's blows will cost you 30% less stamina. Yes, that sounds like a good one if we're going to get into combat. Right. In the bag. Oh, apple. There we go. Despite me looking at the bag. Alright. Where were we finding the quests? Quest log. Go to your father and then go to your sword fighting lesson. Well, that's a nice touch. He actually opens the door. discovered a grindstone? I did.
Henry, where the hell are you going?
Oh, there.
Work to do for Sir Radzig. Come here, I need your help.
Yes, boss.
At least you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Okay. Didn't realise I'd need a freaking shopping list to keep track of the damn game, but that'll do. Oh, the minimap has shields for each quest. So we could go straight to a sword fighting lesson, or we could go do the other stuff. Is there a map? There is a map. Although it's a bit wonky at letting you hover over the various things. We'll just head down that way. Stamina bar at the bottom draining if I sprint. I'm guessing the one above it's health, but I don't know what the bit in the top left is.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
Okay. I didn't, but whatever you say.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you,
So are
Matthew.
such lords as
What's going on
Henry
here?
of Rosenberg.
Deutsch is
Even
spouting
the
shit.
Austrian dukes Albrecht
What?
and
Just
Wilhelm
listen and you'll
are
hear
on
for yourself.
Sigismund's side. Someone
What accent was
has to
that?
bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deed will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with
And
Sigismund
don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. You should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Oh, that's only going to end badly. Don't want to end up in Stockade. No.
Not that I don't want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
That's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, Hal, how could you pass up a chance like this?
I kind of want to follow them to see if they actually do it. Right, somewhere around it is the sword fighter. Ah, B. There we go. We can follow it straight to the person. Here's that one.
Hey, Pip. Do you want to learn something?
No, I don't think so.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Cool.
Yes.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
I guess we'll just follow him then. Not exactly far away from my house, though. You were trying to be subtle about it. You know, you'd go more than about 10 meters. You chase the sheep. Oh, yep. You can herd sheep. Cool. So that one's been lazy.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
That'd be nothing then.
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. not try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
Okay, so it's a mouse move to...
Good. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
Oh, it uses stamina from the bottom bar. Well, that's slow.
Good, good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
So, spam. Alright, try. Well, since you can change the attack zone, just change strikes together one and try to press that, or right after your sword hits an opponent. Okay. I see, there's like a little gap in speed, but it uses a lot of stamina up.
Alright, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Right, let's go find this guy that's got the money then. I think he was objective C? Yes. Which means he's over here somewhere. So I kind of get the feeling I'm going to get beat up somehow. At least get in a fist fight. Hello.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Alright, persuasion. Sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. When talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you want to make on them. Simply use speech, which however is influenced by the reputation you have at the moment with the person you're talking to. In the Middle Ages, social status was paramount, so the quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference to how people respond to you. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid to cross you. Will also be more willing to assign risky tasks to you. That's influenced mainly by your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapons and equipment. Other things are also taken into account, such as blood stains on your clothes. So show up looking like you've just murdered everybody and they're likely to think you can kill people. Makes sense. You can sometimes rely on money to do the talking for you. You just have to agree on a persuasive sum. Bribing people works in the same way as shopping. See trading and haggling. I'd love to if we'd got that far. In special cases, you can try any of Henry's other skills, e.g. horsemanship. Not only the manner of the persuasion that's important, also the specific offer, because sometimes it's not enough to just choose accordingly to your highest characteristics. You have to really read what Henry's going to say. Okay. But different approaches work on different people. You won't intimidate a tough brawler easily, and no matter how well you dress, you won't impress the nobility easily. That's because Henry's abilities aren't simply assigned a universal value, but compared with the abilities of his counterpart. You can see the values of various abilities in the game under the corresponding icons. You can always see your own abilities. Your counterpart's abilities are visible if it's someone you know well or you're skilled at reading people. Learn the perk Empathetic. Your money, the amount you have to pay. Total speech skill level. Total charisma skill level. Total strength. Oh, I see. So you know enough about the guard to know his charisma and his strength, but you don't know his speech. Okay, let's It's not just about stats, though. The outcome is influenced by other factors, e.g. your reputation, whether you're dirty or bleeding, etc. If you can't outdo the nimble tongue of a merchant, for example, you may want to poison him a little first, and then he'll be easier to persuade. Or if you lead a guard away from his friends, he'll be easier to scare. That's pretty in-depth. I'll admit, I'm quite impressed with that so far. Right, so my speechcraft is 2 and my ability to fight is 3. But he looked pretty brawny.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Your wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father
There we
teach
go.
you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then. No kurwa.
Bosh.
Shit.
Ooh. Good right jab there. And again, left jab. Ooh, getting...
Sod it!
Okay.
I'm over. Stop, see.
Oh, that wasn't good.
Ow.
Up a level in unarmed. Get off me. I have to know how he's doing that and how I can do that. Oh, stamina's low. I love how no one else is giving a crap.
Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
People just wandering by, getting punched, whatever. Right, you can see health in the red bar at the lower edge of the screen. Yes, level of health also determines the maximum level of stamina, so it's always good to heal yourself. Henry routinely heals himself with the aid of food and sleep, I think that said. What have I? Inventory. Food. Health. Eat. Well, that didn't help very much.